This is help factoring out the greatest common factor. When you're doing problems like this, you want to look for two things. First, find the factor all of the numbers have in common. Then find the factor all the variables have in common, which is the variable that has the lowest exponent. So if I look at my first problem, I have 6x to the 8th minus 24x cubed. So between 6 and negative 24, the greatest common factor between those numbers is 6. Between 8x to the 8th and 8x cubed, the greatest common factor is x cubed. Then we need to figure out what we have left in the parentheses. There's kind of two ways you can do this. If I look at each term individually, I factored out a 6x cubed. 6 divided by 6 gives me 1. X to the 8th divided by x cubed leaves me with x to the 5th. 8 minus 3 gives me the 5 exponent. Same with the other one, I factored out a 6x cubed. Negative 24 divided by 6 is negative 4. X cubed divided by x cubed is a 1. So 4 times 1 still gives me 4. So the answer in this case is 6x cubed times the quantity x to the 5th minus 4. My second problem, I have 8v cubed minus 12v. Between 8 and 12, the greatest common factor this time is 4. Between v cubed and v, the greatest common factor is v. So then another way to look at it is 4 times what gives me 8. In this case, 4 times 2 equals 8. V times v squared gives me v cubed. So that's my first term. The second term, 4 times what gives me 12? 4 times negative 3 gives me the negative 12. And then v, I don't need to multiply by anything to get v. So that's the answer for this problem after I factor out the greatest common factor. The last problem, I have 21m cubed plus 7m squared. Between 21 and 7, the greatest common factor is a 7. Between m cubed and m squared, the greatest common factor is m squared. So then I need to figure out what I have left. For the first term, 7 times 3 gets me to 21. M squared times m equals m cubed. Then my second term, 7 times what is 7? In this case it's a 1. M squared times 1 is still m squared. So in this case, even though I pulled out 7m squared as my greatest common factor, I still need to leave a 1 here to hold the spot of the term. This is the answer for this problem. If you want to look at it a different way, kind of like how I did it in the first problem, divide each term by your greatest common factor, 7m squared divided by 7m squared. This still simplifies out to be the exact same answer. 21 divided by 7 is 3. M cubed divided by m squared is m, plus 7m squared divided by 7m squared is 1. Either way, I still have this 1 here as a placeholder.